Morning. How are y'all? Well, it's Friday. We made it. I, for one, am glad of that. This morning I thought we'd talk about complimenting one another. Last Saturday, I went to my cousin's wedding. Beautiful ceremony. Gorgeous. I'm so proud of you, Brooke and Trevor. Y'all make a beautiful couple, and thank you for allowing me to be a part of your big day. I don't know if either one of y'all have Facebook, but if somebody could share this with them, that would be great. But as I was leaving the wedding, I had to stop by Kroger's and get some stuff for Sunday. I got out of the truck and I was walking into Kroger's, and there's a little girl there. Mom and Daddy was loading groceries in the trunk of the car, and she hollers out, she said, Mama, there's a cowboy. Now, that little girl didn't know what a cowboy was. If I'd have took Matthew Grafe and David McRae, Trey Chapman, myself, two hipsters and two yuppies, dressed us all the same, from hat to boots, and told her to pick out one real cowboy out of the bunch, that little girl couldn't have done it. All she saw was a big fella with a big black hat, Wrangler jeans, and cowboy boots. And that was enough for her to think that I was a cowboy. But what that little girl didn't know is she gave me one of the greatest compliments ever. Now, I don't cowboy like I used to. I don't saddle up like I used to. But at one time, I would be what you might consider a real cowboy. I still got the hat, and I still wear my boots. And I'd love to be able to cowboy more. But just, life gets in the way. I don't have time. I don't make time. But that little girl gave me a compliment, and she boosted my self-esteem a little bit, because she thought, rightly or wrongly, that I was a real cowboy. And it's little things like that. It's little compliments like that. She didn't know she made me feel better. Now, when she asked her mama to give her phone so she could stop me and take a picture, now that did a number. And I took my picture with a little girl in Kroger parking lot. But that's neither here nor there. But she complimented me, and she didn't mean to. She didn't know what she was doing, but she did. And y'all, I think we ought to do that more, because it made me feel better. I'm not a super fan of grocery shopping, but I was smiling the whole way through Kroger's, and I was smiling the rest of the way home, because that little girl made me feel good. And I think we should do that more often. If you see somebody with a nice shirt on or something, tell them I like that shirt. Or, don't make it weird. Obviously, you don't want to make things awkward. Don't just go up to some stranger and say, "Hey, your butt looks good in them jeans." You could do that to your husband or your wife, but I wouldn't just pick some guy in the mall and tell him that. Unless, you enjoy awkward glances. And anyway, but I think we ought to take more time to compliment each other, build each other up. I think it's a good thing. I think a person with a strong sense of self-esteem is a better asset than a person that's constantly wondering, am I good enough? And I wonder a lot, am I good enough? And I think oftentimes maybe I'm not good enough. But then something little, like that little girl coming along and calling me a cowboy, reassures me that, maybe I'm all right. And I think we could do that more often. case in point, I read a status update this morning where a guy, and I won't call him out on here, but he went to dinner with his wife and 3 of her friends. Now, did he do it because he had to? Maybe. I don't know. She might have told him, look, you're going with us. But maybe he just did it to unintentionally compliment his wife. I'm going to make this sacrifice for you, honey. And I'm certain it made her feel good. Might have made her friends feel good that he took time when he could have been, he's a man, he could have been chopping wood or changing a carburetor or doing man stuff, digging a hole, doing man stuff. But he went to dinner with his wife. I'm just playing. I'm not a male chauvinist pig. I'm just teasing. Women can change carburetors too if they want to. I was a joke. It's a joke. But he took the time to go with his wife and her friends. And that, while he might have complimented her, might have told her she looked pretty, indirectly he complimented her. I'm willing to give my time for you. And that's a compliment. That's a compliment. It doesn't all have to be telling somebody something or stating the facts. She's a beautiful young lady. I'm sure she did look beautiful. I'm pretty sure he might have told her. But he didn't have to, because he gave up his time to go with her. And I may be reading too much into it. He might have just been hungry. But I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. All right? But y'all take time today, directly or indirectly, and compliment somebody. Build them up. Boost them up. Make them smile. When they walk away from you or drive away from you or leave your presence, have them feeling good about themselves. Have them a smile on their face. It may not last all day, but if it lasts 5 minutes, that's 5 minutes. They don't have to worry about something else. They can feel good about themselves for 5 minutes. And you get enough 5 minutes together, you got a whole day of feeling good about yourself. So, that's about all I got this morning. I know I get a lot of people asking, how you got so much to say so early in the morning? Y'all, I got so much to say all the time. My brain never stops. So, but anyway, I just, I wanted to share that little bit with you. And I hope y'all have a happy Friday. Love you. Love you, love you, love you. Keep smiling.